Okay, so firstly, before I begin, I'd like to apologize for the state of my nails. I talk a lot with my hands, so you probably noticed that my nails are just, they've been unkept. My nails are always on point, but lately I've just been feeling so exhausted, and just nails just been the last thing on my mind. So yeah, I apologize for subjecting you to this. But anyway, main point of the video, main topic. So I've been having a couple of problems with my health, and so I went to a GP and he ran some tests, but they came out negative. But he said that just because they came out negative, we cannot really conclude that means there's absolutely nothing wrong. So he suggested we run some thorough tests, let's go deeper, but then he also suggested that I go to a public hospital to get these tests done, where I'll spend nothing. Actually, I had to pay. I had to pay, like, for every visit, you pay like less than 100 rand. I honestly did not know that. I honestly thought that you don't have to take out any cash. Haya public hospital. I had no idea. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still very little compared to what I would have paid had I gone to a private hospital. So the reason I had to go to public hospital is because my medical aid does not cover all these tests, and there's nothing wrong with the medical aid itself, just the plan that I chose, or that I'm on. I just literally chose the cheapest plan because money is tight. So yeah, it covers hospitalization. When I had to go to hospital at the beginning of the year, that was covered, thank God. So I didn't have to sleep go public. But yeah, these tests, I had to go to public. So I went, and I'm not gonna say everybody was rude. I probably encountered like maybe one or two really friendly and really helpful people, but overall it was a bad experience. Most of the people were so rude and so dismissive, but I'm not gonna get into detail on everything that I encountered, from the receptionist to the different people that I encountered in the different departments, when I had to go get things done. I'm not even going to talk about that because otherwise then this video will be 2 hours long. I'm just going to focus on the doctors. So the GP recommended that I go and see a particular doctor, So I got there and I was expecting a woman, but I got there and it was a man. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the woman came in. So there were basically two doctors in the room. I don't know why there were two doctors, but there were two doctors, And the woman who I was specifically referred to literally said like maybe just 2 or 3 sentences to me, and that was it. And everything else, she was communicating with the man or just busy on her phone the whole time. And I was like, okay, that's very weird. But anyway, the man did almost everything, and so they had to draw my blood, but getting it in those tubes. And so first he started with my left arm, he was very rough, no, not gentle at all. Why it's a bole, and then okay, does this to my arm, and then another injection. Then he goes to my right arm, and I'm like, what the, why it's. And then he goes to the third injection, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Then he says something about my veins, my veins are problematic, blah, blah, blah. So the third one is here. So after that, I'm like in pain, and I'm just feeling numb. Like, okay, that's the worst. I think the worst is over, And then as I'm sitting there, they start having a chat. They're talking about now my doctor, the doctor that referred me to them. And they just started talking shit about him. And the things that they were saying could be true, I don't know. But the fact that they were unprofessional, so unprofessional that they would just sit there and talk shit about him, while I, his patient, was sitting right there. I was just like, whoa. And I thought to myself, wow, these people are very unprofessional. But I don't think they can get any more unprofessional than this, But I was wrong. So the man starts filling out this form, and he asks me questions, like, do you have any children? And I said no. Then he asked, have you ever fallen pregnant? And I said no, And then the woman doctor just dived in, Jane, just made this remark, She was like, she can't have children. And then the doctor looked up and was like, yes, the male doctor now. Huh? Because I'm Glabile. And then she repeated it, really, like, oh, she can't have children. How? Okay. And then she was basing this on the fact that my menstrual cycle is very problematic, and that I've never fallen pregnant at the age of 27. So I was just sitting there like, wow, hey, like maybe what you're saying is true. Maybe I can't have kids, Bella, but that is not even the point. The point is, a whole doctor, you're gonna make this conclusion based on symptoms when you haven't even run any tests yet. You're not saying this based on the test results that are in front of you. And also, you're not saying it to me, Mongaditaba, but you just chatting about it with the other doctor as though I am not in the room. And also, this is such a very sensitive matter that the way she said it, very casual, like, oh, she can't have children, like it's nothing, you know? I was just like, wow. I couldn't believe it, And yeah, I mean, it was just an awful experience. So I would like to know if you have had if you ever had a very terrible experience at a public hospital, one that you did not mind sharing.